Yamurati Ramanachari Jai Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtotra Shri Srimad Abhaya Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtotra Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Thakur Shri Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Taking over the world with Shri Prabhupada Stands on Book Distribution Ki Jai Charodation Prabhu 2023 Prabhupada Marathon Ki Jai. Sorry. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale. Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminati Namane. So reading from Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, text number 33. Arjunaha Uvacha Yaha Ayam Yogaha Tvaya Proktaha Samyena Madhusudana Etasya Aham Na Pashyami Chanchalatvat Sthitim Sthiram Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Proktam Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim stiram Arjuna vacha Yoyam yogastvaya proktam Samyena madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim stiram Arjuna vacha Yoyam yogastvaya prokta Samyena madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim stiram. Please repeat. Arjuna vacha Tvaya prokta Samyena madhusudana Arjuna vacha Yoyam yogastvaya prokta Samyena madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim stiram Arjuna vacha Yoyam yogastvaya prokta Samyena madhusudana Pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim stiram Arjuna vacha Etam yogastvaya prokta Samyena madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chalatva sthitim stiram Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatva sitim stiram Matijis Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chalatva stitim stiram Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatva stitim stiram Arjuna Vacha Arjuna said, Yaha, I am this system. Yogaha, mysticism. Tvaya, by you. Proktaha, described. Samyena, generally. Madhusudana, O killer of the demon Madhu. Etasya, of this. Aham, I. Na, do not. Pashyami, see. Chanchalatvat, due to being restless. Sthitim, situation. Siram, stable. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and undoable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. The system of mysticism described by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, beginning with the words Shuchau, Deshe, and ending with Yogi Paramaha, is here being rejected by Arjuna out of a feeling of inability. It is not possible for an ordinary man to leave home and go to a secluded place in mountains or jungles to practice yoga in this age of Kali. The present age is characterized by a bitter struggle for life of short duration. People are not serious about self-realization even by simple practical means, and what to speak of this difficult yoga system, which regulates the mode of living, the manner of sitting, selection of place, and detachment of the mind from material engagements. As a practical man, Arjuna thought it was impossible to follow the system of yoga, even though he was favorably endowed in many ways. He belonged to the royal family and was highly elevated in terms of numerous qualities. He was a great warrior, he had great longevity, and above all, he was the most intimate friend of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 5,000 years ago, Arjuna had much better facilities than we do now, yet he refused to accept the system of yoga. In fact, we do not find any record in history of his practicing it at any time. Therefore, the system must be considered generally impossible in this age of Kali. Of course, it may be possible for some very few rare men, but for people in general, it is an impossible proposal. If this were so 5,000 years ago, then what to speak of the present day? Those who are imitating this yoga system in different so-called schools and societies, although complacent, are certainly wasting their time. They are completely in ignorance of this desired goal. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadam Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shritafadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Matam Tam Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Matamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminati Namine Nijaguru Harivanya Krishna Chitto Vichinto Parihita Pitrige Hadyanda Samsara Kupaha Prabhu bhajana sukabdo majjayan swam savishwa bhuvi jayate vikaso bhakti purvo yatindraha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminati Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vagisha Yasya Vadane Lakshmi Yasya Chivakshisi Yasyaste Hridaya Samvitam Nrsimhamaham Bhaje Mukam Karti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Giram Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Yasya Devi Parabhaktir Yata Devi Tata Guru Tasya Dekadita Hyata Prakashante Mahatmanaha. So, we're reading this section in the Bhagavad Gita called Dhyana Yoga, chapter 6. And over here, Krishna was speaking about speaking about practicing this mystic yoga system. And Srila Prabhupada writes here, Arjuna being very practical. In other words, Arjuna being a very pragmatic person rejected it outright. He rejected it outright because, it was not even possible. It's not possible 5,000 years ago for someone like Arjuna. It wasn't possible. So Srila Prabhupada says over here that, Arjuna rejected, this whole system was rejected out of a feeling of inability. You see, it's not possible for ordinary man to leave home and go to a secluded place in the mountains or the jungles to practice yoga in this age of Kali. You see, because it's a very practical thing that we see in this day and age. The Bhagavatam says, Prayan alpayusha sabhya kalavasvan yugejana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hyupadrataha. You can pull that up, 118. So you'll see this in the Bhagavatam, that the Bhagavatam speaks about how in this age of Kali, no, sorry, not that. Keep going. One more. Yeah, that one, okay. So, O learned one, in this age of Kali, men have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. So we see this, that in this age of Kali, we see that everyone has short lives. We see that, how many of us, how many of us know people who lived 100 years? My great-grandmother, she lived until 105 or something. But, other than her, I don't know of anyone. Anyone else know? Kind of. Your great-grandmother, mine too, yes. Anyone else? No, you don't know. But you see, in Kali Yuga, it's said that the average lifespan is supposed to be 100. But even that is reducing. You see. Now, what's the average life expectancy? Ali Krishna. These are facts and figures. 70, whatever. Already cut down by 30 years. So short life. And in these 30 years, half the time is gone in sleeping. 35 years gone in sleeping. You sleep. Most people on average sleep for 8 to 10 hours a day, you can say. So half that time is gone in sleeping. The rest of the time is gone in daydreaming. And then some more time is there, and then that time we eat, mate, sleep, and defend. And then we have such little time, and then we still think we can be great yogis. What a farce. So, we can see this, in Kali Yuga we have short lives. We have very, very short lives. It's reducing even more. So much it's reducing, And then, people are always quarrelsome. I don't know, ever since I could remember, there's always been a war going on somewhere at some time on the news. You can expect it, And that's why, you can see Prabhupada would also say that what's so interesting about the newspaper, you pick up the newspaper and you read the newspaper articles, and basically the same thing is going on with different names. The same exact thing. Whatever was happening, for example, my Guru Maharaj was speaking about one of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's articles that he's writing, that we do not care about the war between Britain and Iran or something like this, And then who knows about that war? Who knows? Maybe some historian somewhere. Yeah, and we're sometimes we have a war with the mic stand. Sometimes, but we see that, that you see the newspaper, and the newspaper you just have to change the names, and then more or less the story is the same. What is going on here? What is going on there? What is going on here? What is going on there? Always quarrelsome. There may be only 4 of us living in practicing Krishna consciousness, and we fight amongst each other like hell. You know, quarrelsome, always quarrelsome. Never, it's just the nature of Kali Yuga. Just fighting, fighting, fighting. Can't get along. For what? God knows. Big fat egos in Kali Yuga. We do so little and we have such big fat egos. So, one symptom of Kali Yuga is always quarrelsome. I think lazy. We're very lazy. Lazy in the matter of self-realization. We're lazy. Why are we so lazy? Who knows? So many reasons may be given. Oh, we're lazy because of this. Bottom line is we're lazy. We do not want to go and perform and do the needful. We don't want to do that. We need to be pushed. We need to be woken up to go to Mangalarti. We need to be doing so many things. We need to be pushed. We need to be pushed to do this. We need to be pushed to do that. We need to be pushed to stay awake in Bhagavatam class. We need to be pushed to stay awake when we're chanting our rounds. We need to be pushed to not take the japa period as a big joking session. We need to be pushed to do so many things. Why? Because overall we're lazy. Who wants to pay attention to the holy name? It's like put it in there, and then fall asleep, wake up and pull a beat down, and that's it. Life goes on. But this is a big hoax. Then we see, above all, we're misguided. We're misguided sometimes. We see this in Kali Yuga. There's so many misguided people. So many show bottle spiritualists. We were just coming from one place, and we saw it was basically a place full of misguided, insane so-called spiritual people, just completely who are actually crazy. And they take these crazy people to be like some great saints who can do telepathy and transport and do all this, but it's just a big scam. We were able to see this. We actually we saw so many of these, and I remember. We had come. We were practicing. We just chanted our rounds and heard Bhagavatam class and did all this in the temple. And then it was the potent. You could see the atmosphere in the temple was completely surcharged with spiritual potency. And then I remember I just walked into this convention where I was distributing books, and I could literally feel the insanity in the atmosphere. It is ridiculous. Hare Krishna, thank you for coming. Please sit down. So it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous to see what a difference. What a difference. It's just so many weird ideas floating here and there. Would you like a chair, sir? You good? Okay. You can give him some water. So, we see this, that, it was an atmosphere full of insanity. I'm just trying to think of some of the crazy things that I met. For example, I'm going to send you this video, and then you can play it. It's not what you're thinking, okay? I mean, maybe. Let's see. I want to feel the vibes of the crew, see how I was going. But okay. There's a video of our Ali Krishna Prabhu. Who's got it? Jacob, is you? Okay. So, actually, you can go to Ashram Comms, and then it's I'll tell you. No. Oh, okay, all right. I'll just send you it. Seems like there's something going on in there. Okay, so I just sent it to you. Okay. Hold up, sorry. Jacob. Oh, sorry, I changed your name. Okay, all right. Yeah, I sent this to you. It's coming. Okay, so this is just one example of the kind of stuff that we saw. Okay, yeah, you can go ahead. Okay, that one. Can you turn the volume up? Start over. So could you all hear what he was saying? So, he was saying that right now you are unlimited lives. Why don't you say it? You.
Basically saying that he can go back and see all your past lives, and you're actually experiencing unlimited different lives simultaneously.
You're experiencing unlimited different lives simultaneously. And you just have to forgive over some kind of nonsense. You have to forgive everything and feel the love. And he said, do you feel it? I said, nah. Ali was like, no, I don't feel it. I know you. I said, Ali, you got to feel this. Otherwise, this guy's not going to leave you alone, bro. Just say you feel it. This guy, this freaking lunatic goes away. Just say, oh, I feel it. But it's so insane. That's just one of the crazy people. And then we met so many crazy people. It was like, and then to meet like a person who's not crazy was like, wow, bro, you're not crazy, bro. That's freaking amazing, man. We met 3 non-crazy people in the whole convention. But all this goes on in the name of being so spiritual and feeling like the vibes and feeling the love and getting this rock and getting that rock and and just like meeting this psychic and that medium and this and that and this and that. And they all say you're going to talk to your ancestors, what potency do they have? What potency do they have? To talk to the ancestors, you need to be able to communicate with living entities in Pitri Loka. What are the chances that a pot smoking hippie can do that? Seriously. Pot smoking is that's the high class ones, And most people are on psychedelics and doing all this, I'm talking to my ancestors, but it's probably a ghost or something, But this kind of nonsense goes on in the name of spirituality, feel the love, they feel the love, and one day this person is there. I was talking to another person, and he was telling me that, I said, wow, this is your wife. And they were both old people. They're like, this is your wife. And he's like, yeah, this is my wife. I said, wow, man, it's amazing. You guys been together. Like, yeah, we've been together in this life for the past 8 years. Past 8 years. This guy is 70 years old or something, And him and his wife were together for the past 8 years, And then he's like, but actually, we've been together in many lifetimes already. And then, they started convince themselves. I was thinking, dude, at the age of 68 years, you're getting married, what are you thinking, But this guy, and they're all feeling, they want you to feel the sacred stuff. And I think it's just a whole bunch of a lunatic asylum, It's literally entering into a mental hospital. And I'm not exaggerating, right? You can ask anyone who's gone to it. It's literally being in a mental hospital, where people just believe so many crazy things, But we see this in the Shastra that, this kind of stuff is actually a very rare and unique thing. This kind of stuff is not possible in Dwapara Yuga. Arjuna was in Dwapara Yuga and it was not possible for him. What to speak of us in Kali Yuga? What to speak of us? Such a short life. Our minds are always disturbed. You can see that, let's just say someone is fortunate, and they don't have a short life, Still they may be quarrelsome. If someone is not short-lived and not quarrelsome, still they're lazy. And then if they're not short-lived and they're not quarrelsome and they're not lazy, then they're misguided. And we see so many misguided people. There's just all kinds of philosophy that ultimately everything is one, everything is nothing, it's all light, it's all energy, it's all it's all about the feeling and love, all this kind of vague nonsense, which goes on in the name of spirituality, It's completely bogus, actually, But then, if they're not misguided, then they're unlucky. Why are they unlucky? Because they may not, all these things may be there, and someone may really want to have the association devotees, but they may not be able to have it. And then, if all that goes through, then there's always disturbance. Always disturbance in the mind. We're not short-lived, we're not lazy, we're not quarrelsome. All these things are checked. But then our mind is so disturbed because of our false ego that even when everything is offered to us on a silver platter, we don't want to take it. We want to have our own stupid, impractical conceptions. So, we understand this from here that, as a practical man, Arjuna thought it was impossible for him to follow this yoga system. Although he was endowed in so many ways. Let's just say we meet a pseudo-spiritualist and they claim they can do all these wonderful things. What are they in comparison to Arjuna? What is their birth? Let's just say you want to be a big yogi, it does depend upon your karma. You want to do Ashtanga yoga, it depends upon your karma. Firstly, you'd have never had beef in your life. If you have that, forget it. For this life, definitely forget it. Secondly, you would come in a family of yogis who've never sinned. You understand? There's no question of sin. If you've had illicit sex, forget it. I'll tell you right now, forget it. Illicit sex, forget it. If you've gone and had, sex life with, and done all these things and paraded around and moved from one place to another like a bong, forget it. Then if you've had meat, if you've had illicit sex, if you've taken intoxication, forget it. And especially while smoking pot, do not think that you're attaining some great level of self-realization. You're simply stooping low. I myself was in this illusion that, I'm so spiritual, smoking, doing all this. But it's nonsense, It's nonsense. So I was thinking people are so spiritual if they did this. But no, it's nonsense. It's complete bogus nonsense. So we have all these disqualifications. Do we have a high parentage? No. Let's see. Do we belong to a royal family? No. Are we highly elevated in terms of numerous qualities? Definitely not. He was a great warrior. Are we a great warrior? No. He had great longevity. That means that he has a great health, great amazing things. We eat 1 or 2 feasts and then our stomach starts to act up. And above all, he was the most intimate friend of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Can we claim any of these? No. But still we think we're so puffed up. Oh, we're going to do this. Yes, we're going to do this. And in order for you to go and practice yoga in a particular place, then you need to be in a secluded place. You need to be in an atmosphere which is not contaminated at all. Then in the Shastra it says if a cow is killed in one place, that entire place for like 100 years is like considered unholy. Good luck finding such a place in this Kali Yuga, in this day and age. Anywhere. Good luck. And then you go and let's just say you found a mountain and you're meditating up there. But the whole ether is completely contaminated by these subtle, gross vibrations. So many subtle vibrations coming from the radio, coming from the TV, coming from this, that. So much garbage is being put out in the atmosphere. What will your mind be able to channel? It won't. So, Arjuna, being a very practical person, rejected this kind of nonsense yoga. That what Krishna is saying is not nonsense, but he thought that if he were to practice this, he would not be able to achieve it. And then what to speak of the bogus yoga which is going on in this day and age? Of course, it may be possible for very few rare men, but for the people in general, it is an impossible proposal. Impossible proposal. Prabhupada writes this. If this was so 5,000 years ago, then what to speak of the present day? Those who are imitating this yoga system in different so-called schools and societies, although complacent, are certainly wasting their time. You go, you stretch your body, you do this, you do that. What's the bottom line truth? To find a vegetarian girlfriend who's healthy. You be honest. I mean, like if a straight man goes to a yoga studio, why is he going there? For yoga, but no, it's like, it's obvious. It's obvious. We've seen it. We've seen it with our own eyes. And you go there, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. But bottom line is to just have a better body for sense gratification. If I have a better body, I can enjoy sex life better. If I have a better body, I can eat better. If I have a better body, I can sleep better. If I have a better body, I can defend myself better. That's the whole same animalistic nonsense. So this kind of garbage is not recommended. Although there may be many societies and schools and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, they cannot even control their senses. If you want to be a yogi, you have to be celibate from birth. To practice this kind of a yoga is recommended by Arjuna. Anyone celibate from birth? We'll do Jayom Vishwapad to you right now. No one. So, this we have to understand. We have to understand this. There's no question of all this. So, no matter how many people may be doing it, no matter how many egos this may bash or whatever, the truth should be spoken. It should be spoken in an unadulterated, unambiguous manner in order to find the sincere few people who are willing to actually understand what the real thing is and what the fake thing is. You may be having like really sad gurus with big beards, talking all kinds of nonsense and doing all these kinds of things, encouraging sense gratification and doing all these things, but it's ultimately bogus. Why? Yashasa vidimutsrijya vartate kamakarata nasa siddhim avapnoti nasukam na param gatim. That, if you're not following the injunctions laid down in Shastra, we will simply, not have peace, happiness, or joy in this life or in the next life. Therefore, tasma shastram pramanam te karya vyavastito kyatva shastra vidanoktam karma kartum iharhasi. Therefore, we should understand everything, what to do and what not to do on the basis of Shastra, not on the basis of anything else. Then we'll understand it. Then we'll be able to break free from the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. You can experience happiness, like you were saying. We're not offering people some wild spiritual experience and it's not like that. No, it's something practical. You want something, you put in the time and effort. It's not magic, it takes commitment. You want to get real with your life, get real. If you want to be cheated, go somewhere else. Because we're not going to cheat you. People hate not being cheated. Actually, believe it or not, people hate not being cheated. Could you just change the message just a little bit? Just a little bit. Change the message just a little bit. Just, don't bash yoga so much. Don't put down all this other demigod worship and just be more welcoming and be more open and no. Why? Because that's simply wholesale cheating. Just like the patient cannot go and dictate to the doctor, hey doctor, give me this prescription. Unless you're getting pharmaceutical drugs, which happens. But, generally, this is not recommended. What good is this going to do? What good is this going to do? It's not going to do any good. Therefore, we follow what's in Scripture very seriously. We follow what's in Shastra very seriously. And it's practical. You can see, if you actually follow the process of Krishna consciousness, you will actually change. By chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra over here, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our sinful propensities from our heart will go away. It will go away. And you can see it, you can practice it. You can practice and you can see for yourself. See for yourself. Don't believe us just because we're saying it. Try it out for yourself. It's a mantra. What can it really do to you? You can, read these books. The most amazing books. You can read Bhagavad Gita as it is, the whole Bhagavatam. You can read it. And when you do so, you'll experience the greatest, you'll get the topmost knowledge. The heart will be cleansed. We will become purified. So this is desirable, not all this other mumbo jumbo. So pranamami sada Prabhupada patam. So let's take shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and follow his instructions very seriously. So in the class over here, it's okay, right? In the class here. Yeah. If there's any questions or comments or protests, we can take them now. Anyone from the men's side? Yes.
The people that you were involved with at that location.
My best friends.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
As I was saying, the people you were involved with at that location, that gathering, what percentage do you think were meat eaters?
I would say, maybe 95% of them.
And so how did you converse with them? Did you speak to them about?
The only time I talk to people is to distribute books to them when I'm out there. And if I found that they're hopeless, I would just sayonara and see you later, I did not have time for that. I was trying a few, I was trying a few, I was trying a few techniques, but it didn't always work. And sometimes when it worked, it was great. But, I would not waste time, talking to them because they're all Mayavadis. They think everything is one, your opinion is your opinion. And my opinion is my opinion, and your truth and it's my truth, and everything is the same. This kind of nonsense. And we could easily smash it. They say your truth, that's your truth, and my truth, and I accept everyone's truth. And I tell my truth is to not accept your truth. Will you accept it? And that would have really upset them, and that would take time off my book distribution. So I didn't really converse with them so much. I just could converse enough to know that they're insane. And I could see if they wanted Prabhupada's books or not. And if they could, that was it.
Hare Prabhu.
Yeah. Anything else? From the men's side? Yes, Chandan Acharya Prabhu or just Acharya Prabhu. Whatever.
Yeah, just like you're saying, it's just like people are so hell-bent on not taking up a process that is very simple.
Yeah.
That like I was like you were just saying how I was saying this morning that this is a very simple process of just chanting, dancing, and being happy. That's all it is.
That's
you don't
it.
need, why do you need anything more in life? Like that's it. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, you're happy.
No, really, like
You know?
you have your reasons, right?
What?
Why don't like some people join?
Oh
us?
yeah. Anyways, but
Not gonna say it on the best.
the main thing is like it's such a simple process. It goes through your head. Simple doesn't mean it's not difficult, but it just means it's like it's
Simple
really
doesn't mean easy.
Yeah, sorry, it doesn't mean it's easy. Sorry, but it's just like it's very. When you come in, it seems like these guys are just doing the same thing as everybody else does. They're cleaning and cooking and whatever they.
Actually, most people don't clean or cook.
Okay.
Hey, it's a fact.
You know, whatever they're singing and dancing.
Right.
But
People
it's
don't
like-
sing or dance either.
Yeah, but they go to the club and they see all
That's
this,
there.
whatever. They go to the movies to watch movies, and they go to class to hear class from their
Right.
teachers, and but they just can't see it. They think it needs to be some. You know, we need to set up like these, whatever the,
Neon lights
neon lights,
and like
we have to
chakra
play-
crystals and
yeah, chakra crystal.
Yeah, I
and
don't
we
know
have
what
to play
else,
this,
dude. Like it's so.
whatever
freaking
this,
crazy.
what is this music called that they play in the background in yoga studios?
Dude, thank God
It's like
I
a
don't
drum.
know.
It's a drone.
Oh yeah,
play a
whatever,
drone.
the drone, yeah.
They play a drone to create this spiritual atmosphere. It's all nonsense, artificial. Like you have to create it, but it's actually already there just by speaking the Bhagavad Gita and by speaking the Bhagavatam and by chanting Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
You're so charged with spiritual energy.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can access that by being a part of the devotional community or being invested in devotional service, you can experience anything beyond the happiness beyond this here, what you're experiencing here. Material happiness doesn't compare, but it takes some time. It's like you go through your difficulties and then you start to experience that happiness and
And like sometimes you get a taste right off the bat. I mean, most of us. I mean, like you get a taste. I mean, I was feeling great ecstasy eating saltless 2-day-old khichdi. Saying, "Wow, this is like amazing, bro! Like this is like the best." But you get that. Because it's of a different nature altogether. It's completely different altogether, and like it's especially when we're new. Like everything is really. I mean, even now, everything is really amazing. But like. I mean, I sometimes I get envious of someone reading the Bhagavatam for the first time. Like, bro, I'm gonna go spoil it for the guy because, like, it's like, whoa, bro, what's gonna happen? Do you remember your first time reading the Bhagavatam, man? It was just, but the next time gets even better, and next time gets even better. But there's like a unique rasa when you read it for the first time. Like you don't know, like when you're reading Krishna book for the first time, it's like, wow, dude, like. I never heard this stuff before. Like there's that, it still is better and better and better every time. But the first time has like a unique sweetness to it, And like there's so much there. There's so much there. You get into it. There's so much there, to keep getting into it. But it's really crazy, actually. It's really crazy. I mean, like what's the big deal? People like go and spend like what were we saying like like $400 on like some like stupid crystal or like what's it gonna do to you like. Huh? Yeah, it's like some foot bath or some crazy stuff. Bro, did you just blow $400 on this? What's this going to do to you, bro? Like, I really want. I asked someone like, bro, what is this going to do to you? Like, no, I just feel. It's all about feeling. It's just craziness,
platform of the mind.
It's just platform of the mind, going on the chariot of the mind, one place to another. It's ridiculous, actually, Yes, sir. I met him downstairs. He came into my room by accident. He got lost from the bathroom. He walked in my room like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Hey, Vishnu.
Is it possible to feel
I don't think it's on, Jacob.
Is it possible to feel the existence of Lord Krishna when we do meditation or whatever?
Your question is, is it possible to feel the presence of Krishna when we do meditation?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a very practical thing. It's like a scientific process that if you do a few things, and you attain the mercy of Krishna, it is very possible to experience Krishna himself, And, the best method of meditation is by meditating upon this mantra, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, This Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Can you share your experience? Do you feel the existence of Lord Krishna? You?
Me personally.
Yes.
Well, you put me on the spot. Okay. So, I'll tell you one thing. Our gurus, one of our guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says that if you put everything in God's hand, you will see God's hand in everything. You understand? It's a simple thing.
No. Can you
Okay,
just
I'll
give
say
me
that
simple yes or no?
Okay, no, yes or no?
Yeah. You feel...
Oh, he's asking me for my experience, or did I experience or not?
Yeah, you experience.
Yes, certainly, yes.
And according to your experience, you experience he is a human form or just a bunch of energy. What kind of form?
Okay, so when it comes to experiencing Krishna, we don't we don't imagine. We don't imagine something. It's exactly like how it's described. In Shastra, Krishna reveals himself through the devotees. Krishna reveals himself through the books. So when Krishna reveals himself, it's exactly how he is in these books, as I mentioned.
That book, I do that book about 15 years, over and over again. So there are many experiences he promised. Lord Krishna promised a lot, from chapter 1 to chapter 18. And something like that. So after I do it so many years, right, and someday, about last year, I do feel his existence. This is why I come here.
Wow.
When I do the book, I don't expect anything. I just like to do a physics book. And then for someday, that book seems all come alive. For example, this morning, when I do the meditation, right, I feel Krishna in my heart.
Amazing.
And then he give me two sounds. Hare Krishna.
Good. You're doing it right. This is a process doing right. Give him a plate of halwa.
I do not know what Hare means. Can you explain to me?
What Hare means? Okay, so
Books for 15 years.
what books are you reading?
The book, Why My Lord Master.
Oh wow, he's the man. That's right. So
Bhagavad Gita as it is.
as it is, yes.
Yes, I do
Say
it.
less. Okay.
I do
Okay.
it with
If
no
you
particular purpose. I only want to get theoretical knowledge because I'm not Indian.
me neither. Oh, actually,
I don't I don't have a culture background. All I want is
so.
get some culture background and then catch it up a little bit theoretical stuff. But the Lord Krishna show up to me is very surprised. So I come to here, want to ask expert like you, when you experience Krishna is like the beautiful picture, like one of them picture, or in some homes. And the other question is, do you have systematic ways? Say, I do this, definitely, 90% I will experience Lord Krishna.
Okay, I like that. So let me ask you a second question, answer your second question. So if you do this, 100% will you, or 90% will you experience Krishna? So one thing we have to understand that Krishna is a person, and Krishna will reveal himself to us only if he so desires, So we can beg Krishna, and Krishna being very merciful, we've seen that our acharyas, or our teachers, they tell us that if you do like this, Krishna will reveal himself, but we cannot say, okay, Krishna, I've done this, now you have to reveal yourself to me. No. As long as we're in this mood of being, begging for Krishna's mercy, then you can definitely experience Krishna.
Okay, and you say begging, right? Can you give me a way how to beg?
Okay, nice. How to beg. So the mentality, you have to understand the mentality of a beggar. Mentality of a beggar is Trinadapi Sunichena Taror Iva Sahishna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari.
That's too complicated.
Too easy, I'll tell you. It's actually very easy, you see. Then, you need to think yourself lower than the straw on the street. Okay? And you need to be more tolerant than a tree. Always respecting others and not expecting any respect. In such a state of mind, you can experience Krishna constantly. I'll say that again.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, say it again.
So you got the first part, lower than a straw on the street. Like you see like a straw on the street. Who cares if there's a piece of grass is on the street? No one cares about that, you know. So we should think ourselves lower than the straw on that street. You understand?
Now I understand.
Okay. And we should be more tolerant than a tree. You see, a tree is very tolerant. You go, you pluck its flowers, you break his branches, you cut him down. The tree never protests. Right? Yes?
Just like Arjun said, your requirement is not practical. It's impossible.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. So, no. So, you know, by this process, this mentality, many people have achieved it. And you know, when we don't expect any respect for ourselves, but give all respect to others, then we can constantly chant the holy name of Krishna and experience Him. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so that's the mentality. And then, if you really want, you know, you've been reading Bhagavad Gita for so many years. Now you should go to the next level and read the masterpiece, the master's life's work called the Srimad Bhagavatam. I will show you the books right after this class.
I do it through all 12 names. I do it all names.
You read all 12?
Yeah, 12 names. From book
All
1
12
to
cantos,
book
ma'am.
12. And no
That's-
escape.
Then there's more.
No,
Then-
I don't want more. I want more experience. I don't want more.
Oh, for experience, you have to eat a lot of the food that we offer. Then you experience Krishna directly.
I
you see.
don't experience directly enough.
Today, when you eat, we'll make sure you experience it. Right?
I want to experience more. The way I come to here is I don't experience enough. So I want
Wow.
to ask you, is there any way I can experience
Yes,
more?
come show up here at 4:30 a.m. tomorrow. You will really experience it. 4:30 in the morning, you come here and you chant and dance with us, you will experience like you never experienced before.
Let me think about it. Why?
No, whoa.
Very far away.
Don't think, just do.
Yeah. 4:30.
No? Okay, how about this? Why don't you come at 7:15 tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow is which day?
Is the day that you're going to come here.
Wednesday, right?
T-
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Any day during the week, they start at 4 in the morning.
At least once you should come at 4:30. You'll really experience it.
Okay, let me think about it. I will come. When I come, I will come. 4:30, you are open here, right?
We're always open.
Okay, that's a good
In the
deal.
morning.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Yeah.
4:30. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Deal. Yeah.
Okay, deal. Okay, that's it. Shake his hand on my behalf. All right. Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna. Wow, sir, you're the champion of tonight's program. It's amazing. So, Mataji, any question? Okay. Then Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
One check up.